Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I can't remember what Vlogmas day it is, but whoa, this hair. But I wanted to read 5 different like Christmas holiday books and review them. So we're gonna get to that. I gotta get ready first. My hair is finally dry from the shower and I want to put on a little bit of makeup. So we're gonna do that and then we're gonna talk about the 5 books that I plan on tackling. Okay, doesn't have to be fancy at all. All I'm seeing is my family today. And they see me pretty ugly. So the 5 Christmas books that I'm going to be reading are The 12 Days of Christmas by Jenny Bayliss, Royal Holiday by Jasmine Guillory, All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox, which I'm just now realizing is going to be the same author as this book, The Holiday Swap. Technically, I think it's written by 2 authors. Yeah, so it's written by Karma Brown and Marissa Stapley. And that's Maggie Knox as the pen name for both, like the both of them together. So I didn't realize that I got 2 books by the same author. That's kind of cheating, but whatever. And then the last one is Christmas at Fireside Cabins by Jenny Hale. So I'll take you along, see like kind of how I'm feeling through the books, and then I kind of want to rank them at the end and just see where they all fall. I don't know, this is my first time reading like Christmas books, so I'm kind of curious if I will actually like them or not, because Hallmark, like cringy Christmas movies are my favorite thing ever, but like in a bad way. Because I love them for how cringy they are and how much I can make fun of them. So that's not really like a good thing. Like I'm looking for the bad plots to make fun of them for. But that's not what I want to do with these books. Like I really hope that these are actually good and that I like them, because otherwise I don't want to read books that I don't like. I have some hope. This one, I don't know. It doesn't look all that great, but these other ones look really cute and they sound really cute. So I am already a little bit through The Holiday Swap and it's cute so far. We'll see how it goes. Finished The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. I would rate this like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was cute, obviously. The only thing, I feel like that's how I start all of like the negative sides of these books. It seemed sexist a little, but they were like really trying hard not to be. So it just seemed like, especially these 2 specific male characters, not the love interests, but these 2 male characters, like they were very hateful, rude, like they kind of like bossed the women around in the show, in the town. And it just, even whenever the main female characters like stood up to these male characters, it never felt like they actually stood up. Like it was like a nice way of saying things, when it just like drove me crazy that these women didn't just stand up to these male characters and like call them what they are, an asshole. And it just, it took so long, and part of it was so drawn out about some things. I don't know, they were lacking in self-confidence, and it just seems like they never actually got it, even though they're supposed to in the end of this book. Like they're supposed to have like, so they're so self-confident, they're so confident in each other, but it just like, I don't know, that part just fell through for me. There's also like a couple parts of the plot that like were never followed up on. Like at one point, one of the main characters gets like an email that's like kind of this big thing that things are alluding to throughout the book, and then no one follows up with it. Like the parents of the bakery, no one said anything else. I don't know. Some parts it's just like, where's the realism? But also it's a holiday book, so if I'm looking at this like if this was a Christmas movie, I would have been making fun of it the whole time. It was still really cute and I liked how it ended. Yeah, so that was the holiday swap. I am going to get started on one of the other ones. Probably not the other Maggie Knox one. I'll probably wait for that, like the third or fourth book. Just give me a little break from her. But yeah, let's start the other ones. Just want to check in how we're doing with these 5 books. So I've read The 12 Dates of Christmas. I've read The Holiday Swap. I tried to read Christmas at Fireside Cabins, and boy, I got to page 50, and I will not be picking this book up ever again. It just was so cringy. I literally, like, barely anything has happened yet, obviously, within the first 50 pages, but the writing is just awful. It's so boring. I'll read you the line that made me stop and decide, like, no, I can't go any further. Okay. That's so kind of you, Lila said, the Christmas spirit filling her. So, needless to say, I will not be finishing that. Here's the thing, like, just because, okay, just like Hallmark movies obviously are never like great cinematic pieces, but I love to watch them because they're fun to make fun of, right? Like, I don't hold them to the same standard as I would like a regular romance movie. But when it comes to books, I feel like if you apply that same mentality to Christmas books, I don't feel like that's fair. Even though these books are situated like around Christmas, I don't think that gives them an excuse to be able to have horrible writing. Like, yes, I still enjoy like some of the cliches. I do give them a little bit more leeway when it comes to like cliche things, because a lot of stuff around Christmas itself is a cliche, but I just don't think that I can excuse bad writing just for the sake of a Christmas book and make that seem okay. So, DNF'd it, don't read it. Horrible writing. I do still have 2 books. I just started The Royal Holiday by Jasmine Guillory. And I still have All I Want for Christmas to read. So I really need to get on it with these 2 books because I was hoping to wrap up this video very soon. But we'll see. So that is the update. That's how I'm feeling so far. And I'll come back once I've read probably the other 2 books and then do the big wrap up. Okay? Okay. Okay, I'm just checking in. I did finish Royal Holiday. That book actually surprised me, okay? Royal Holiday. I did not think that any of these books were going to be like about an older couple, but that one, they are in their 50s. So just like outside of my comfort zone, whenever I started reading it, I was like, interesting. Yeah, we'll go into the full review later, but and now I have started All I Want for Christmas, which also, if you have seen my video, this was during the Bookmas vlogs, all of my book icks. One of the book icks that I have is about singing. And the fact that I'm reading this book where the 2 main characters are singers, I just think that that's very ironic. So that's not to say I'm actually having a really good time with this book so far. I just think that's so funny. Could very well still get the ick. at some point in this book. Anyway, that's my check-in. I'm using a Christmas card as a bookmark. If you know, you know. I'm a little under halfway, so I think I'm going to finish this today, and then we can come back later tonight and go over all of my thoughts about these books. We have made it. My thoughts on these holiday romances. I started with The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. So The Holiday Swap was about twins that swapped lives and then ended up falling for guys. That doesn't sound very interesting. Hang on, let me retry this. So they're twins. One twin is hosting a TV show, like a baking TV show. The other twin is running her family bakery back like at their hometown. And when the twin that is hosting the TV show gets injured, she decides to swap places with the other one. That way she can like keep hosting, but her twin is in her place, you know, and not lose out. So I did think it was cute. It just never really was like great. And I know holiday romances are kind of like, they're meant to be really fast. It just seemed like you didn't really know that much about the guys, like the love interests. So it kind of just didn't really make sense to me, but I still rated it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. So I did still enjoy it. The next book that I read was The 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayliss, and this one, I did not know it was British. I didn't know anything about any of these books, so I don't know why I always say, oh, I didn't know that it was gonna be like this. Whatever. The whole like storyline behind this one is basically the girl signs up for kind of like a dating service, but it's around the holidays and it's structured around 12 dates. So every few days, it seems like, she goes on a date with a different guy. That part is actually really funny, and I think that this should be a thing. Like the 12 Dates of Christmas, it should be a thing. I don't know if it is, but it's cute. It's like a matchmaking service, so they like pair you up with a different guy every time. I just really hated the love interest. It made no sense to me because they argued almost the entire time, but not in like there's chemistry argued. It just, I didn't get it at all. And then it just seemed like they had a big fight and then they decided that they were in love with each other. So then they were together and everything was fine. I didn't really get that. This one I gave a 3 out of 5 stars, so not as good as the other one, but it was still cute, you know? So this one is the one that I DNF'd, guys. Christmas at Fireside Cabins by Jenny Hill. This, I'm trying to find something nice to say. I told you guys that I got 50 pages in, and absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It was so cringy. Everything that was going on, everything that the way they talked, the way things were happening, and literally like almost nothing had happened yet. No, couldn't do it. Don't read it. Next book that I read, Royal Holiday by Jasmine Guillory. I can never say that name for some reason. It's not even that Guillory. This one was actually really cute. It was an older romance, which I was not expecting, but still enjoyed. This one I rated a 3 out of 5 stars, so kind of on par with the last book that I actually finished of these books. The storyline with this one is this lady is invited by her daughter, who is a hairdresser, like stylist, to go over to London to spend Christmas there because her stylist daughter is like styling a duchess. I don't know why I explained it like that. Anyway, so she goes over to spend time like with her daughter while she's working kind of, and they're staying at this mansion and she meets a guy there. It's very cute. They ride horses, which is nice. It just felt a little bland. And then there was like a little bit of like random spice, and because of their age and my age difference, it was just kind of more like, literally wasn't even that much. It just, something happens with the guy's nephew, and the way that he talks to him, I really wasn't a fan of. I didn't understand, like, it just felt like a really old and dated way of thinking about things and didn't really align with me. It was cute. I'm just not ever gonna read it again. The last book that I read in this 5 holiday romance book series video is All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. This is the same author as the Holiday Swap that I read, the first book. It was about 2 singers that basically are like competing in what sounds kind of identical to like The Voice in real life, you know, but in Nashville, they're both country singers. So the biggest thing driving this entire story was miscommunication, or, well, even more accurately, no communication at all. Literally, if they would have just sat down, told each other why they were upset, what they had going on in their lives, they would have been together from the get-go. So I'm just really annoyed with that. And I think I would also give this a 3 out of 5 stars. So no like fantastic ratings on any of these books, which I'm kind of disappointed about. But this is kind of what I expected, because I never really like am blown away by like a Hallmark movie, which I kind of equate these books to. But again, I don't feel like that gives them an excuse for like bad writing or like really annoying tropes. So all in all, that means by a 0.5 rating, the Holiday Swap wins this holiday romance book series, because I rated this a 3.5 out of 5 stars instead of 3s like the rest, besides this that needs to go in the trash. Oh my god, I can't believe I spent this much time reading books that never were great. So overall, I'm disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. If there are any books that you think are Christmas, like holiday romance books that you would rate a 5 out of 5 stars, please send them my way. I do still want to give them a chance. These were just not really what I was looking for. I think I would have been more happy if there had been even just one 4-star. Anyway, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing me read these not great books, but not terrible either. They were fun at some points, not very fun in others. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.